Coming up on UI7 Newsbreak, the Board of Trustees added a vote to gender confirmation surgery to the student health insurance plan.
And community members enjoyed a variety show at the Follinger Auditorium. We'll tell you all about it.
Your UI7 Newsbreak starts right now.
From the Richmond Journalism Teaching Studio on the University of Illinois campus, UI7 News, your U of I news source.
Illinois Treasurer Dan Rutherford conceded the GOP nomination for governor earlier this week. Earlier this year, Rutherford was accused of sexual harassment by a former employee and was also accused of performing campaign duties on state time. His duties and accusations were denied. Rutherford said that last few weeks have been very difficult for those involved.
And I will tell you candidly, in 22 years of public office, I've never had any allegations like have been lobbed against me here in the last few weeks. These last 6 weeks have truthfully been the most challenging in my entire life. There's no question about it. It's been horrible. It's been horrible for my family. It's been horrible for my staff. It's been horrible for the family of my staff. And it's been horrible for my friends.
Venture capitalist Bruce Rauner ended up winning the GOP primary, beating Rutherford by 7.5% of the vote.
An off-duty Chicago police officer was struck and killed by a van fleeing police last week. According to the Chicago Tribune, the van crashed into the car while on his way home from work, where he was pronounced dead at the scene. The woman driving the van and a male passenger were arrested. The police found a small quantity of marijuana inside the van, but the circumstances surrounding the crash remain unclear. Police were reportedly ordered to stop pursuing the van prior to the crash. Trans equality is a newfound word making a big impact on the U of I campus. Kelly Parker has more on the story.
Sound off! Trans rights! Trans rights!
Last week, students stood out in the cold to fight for the coverage of gender confirmation surgery on the health insurance plan. Before the Board of Trustees meeting, students gathered around the Illini Union in a demonstration to show their support in passing the vote. Chanting and singing, students were decked out with signs, flags, and pins to draw attention to their cause. The demonstration was primarily led by Justin Ostrowski and Stephanie Skora, both members of the Campus Union for Trans Equality. In support of the vote, Ostrowski believes the coverage could make a big impact on the lives of some students.
In order for some of our students to succeed socially, academically, psychologically, and so on, they need to have this sort of coverage. So it's important in that way.
While the trustee meeting took place, students in the demonstration passed around the megaphone and had no problem expressing their views.
Anxiously awaiting the vote, students will continue to stand out here and advocate for trans equality.
After a few hours of deliberating, the Board of Trustees announced the passing of the vote, as well as the changes that will be made in the plan. Covering the surgery increases health insurance costs by $2.22 for undergrads and $2.88 for graduate students per semester. Prior to the vote passing, Skora expressed the importance of the coverage for students like her.
I feel that as a trans person, even though I don't require the surgery myself, it is my job to fight for those who do and their right to obtain the surgery, because it is extremely expensive. Most health insurance plans don't cover it, and to have a university plan cover it is huge.
With only 2 trustees in opposition, the students in support of the vote watched their efforts pay off with this overwhelming success. For UI7 News, this is Kelly Parker.
Last week, students cried at the Illini Union to speak out against body hate.
When I say spoken, you say word! Spoken! Word! Spoken!
Kicking off National Eating Disorders Awareness Week, the Women's Resources Center hosted a spoken word performance focused on promoting positive body image. Students from the crowd were given the opportunity to showcase their own written pieces about body empowerment. After the open mic session special, guest Sonia Renee shared her own personal stories on body image. Boasting with energy, Taylor pumped up the crowd through her positive words about self-love and acceptance.
Leave with your whole self intact.
How do we embrace anything from our scars to our chronic pain to our weight to our hair to our skin color to our ability status, all these sorts of things really encompass what it means to have radical self-love, and so that's what tonight's all about.
We are not doing this living thing
This powerful
alone.
performance was one of the many events to be held against supporting Eating Disorders Awareness Week.
Although the series Breaking Bad has come to an end, fans continue to praise the hit series and its stars. Breaking Bad star R.J. Mitty visited the University of Illinois to talk about how his cerebral palsy helped shape his acting career. Mitty played Walter White Jr. in a hit show. Student at the University of Illinois, Hugo Trevino, says that seeing the actors with disabilities in starring roles helps remove the stereotype with people of disabilities.
By seeing characters like a related character in Breaking Bad or in Switch That Earth, people are able to kind of see a little bit more of like what it's really like to have a disability, and it's not just this portrayal that like we're constantly looking for a cure, and that we do accept our disabilities, and that we do live lives to the fullest, just like anyone else.
Mady spoke to the audience about how he was bullied when he was younger. He told the audience it gets better and that with a little bit of confidence and kindness, it can go a long way.
Expressing your faith isn't always easy, but when a song and dance are involved, it becomes not only fun, but also educational. A variety show was held by the Covenant Fellowship to show what their beliefs in God's love is all about. Melissa Espana has more on the story.
Members of the Champaign-Urbana community were invited to enjoy a night of dances, skits, and videos expressing a love for God and the gospel through the Covenant Fellowship Church's annual variety show. Every year for the past 22 years, the Covenant Fellowship has organized a variety show to showcase the talents that their members have. Each act is different, yet each one expresses their faith and the church's message of hope and love. Tech Crew member James McKinney wants those who attend to come with an open mind and enjoy the talents that the performers show, and to see that Christianity isn't as narrow-minded as some people may think.
Partially, it's to see that Christianity is very friendly, it's very open, it's very welcoming, it's not as hardcore, cutthroat some people might think it is.
Many of the performances had a Disney theme and ranged from hip-hop to interpretive dance to skits. Every performer was a member of the fellowship, and some were University of Illinois students. The Covenant Fellowship Church welcomes everyone in the community, Christian or not, to attend their annual variety show in hopes of spreading their message of hope and love. Organizer of the event, Pastor Sean Lee, hopes that attendings get an understanding of what the fellowship stands for.
So we really want them to just be uplifted and even be able to understand like what we believe in and be just encounter the love of God.
After receiving a good response from the community and the estimated 800 annual attendees, the Covenant Fellowship will continue to share their beliefs and love for God by continuing to put on the show for everyone to enjoy. In Urbana, I'm Melissa Espana, UI7 Newsbreak.
You know, that was a great performance. Did you hear the song from Frozen in there?
Yes, it was actually my favorite song from Frozen, so I loved it.
It came out on DVD this Tuesday.
I know, and I got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I watched it 5 times, so why not, right?
Exactly. Well, that's it for this edition of UI7 Newsbreak. I'm Trish Kostakis.
And I'm Hannah Butler. Have a great day.